Hi everyone, so today I want to show you a card that I did on a live stream, and this is a 5x7 collared diamond easel card. Now I'd already done a diamond easel card on my channel, a 6x6 version, but I know I often get asked for different sizes, so I thought, yeah, let me have a go at a 5x7. And then it got me thinking, why do we cut those bits off? We don't need to cut those bits off. So this is my 5x7 collared easel card. So as you can see from the card, if I turn it sideways, you can see it stands up like that, and then you just unhook that and it folds flat for posting. Now the papers that I've used on both of these cards are the new Antonio Makes papers. This is the one I did in the live stream. So that's it side on, and obviously it folds flat. It's a nice, really nice, and this is actually from the Imperial Indigo pack that is actually on sale on his site, so go and have a look for that. But I will try and list these in the description below. If you go over to antoniomakes.com, don't forget to use my code, which is Louise10, and that will give you 10% off your order. Okay, so let's get into it. Okay, so for today's card, you're going to need a base card that's 5x12. If you haven't got a 12-inch length, then go and check out my live stream, because the actual card that I ended up using, I thought I'd cut a 5x12, but I hadn't. I'd cut a 5x11 3/4, which is basically what an A4 is. So basically what you can do is you just need to follow the same score lines that I use, but you just need to alter your mat and pattern layers. You're also going to need a 3.5 by 3.5 as well. Okay, so to get your scoreboard out, on your 5x12, you want to score at 2.5 and at 5. And then if you turn your card round, so you've got your two scored sections at the top, you're going to make a little mark just at 2.5. And then what you're going to do is you're going to score from that mark to this corner here, and from that mark to this corner here. So I'm actually going to use my scoreboard for this. So I'm just going to go down, work out where my, it's there to there, and then we can go ahead and score. And then we're going to do the same this way round. So you should end up with that. Then what you're going to do is on the 5-inch mark, you're just going to score that and fold it so it's a mounting fold and give it a good burnish. Your 2.5-inch line is also going to be a mounting fold, give it a burnish. And then these two pieces here, these two lines here, are actually going to be valley folds. And what you want to do is you want to make sure that they just fold up at a nice right angle across there like that, so that lines up with the top fold. And the same on this side. So you should end up with that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take that 3.5 by 3.5 base piece that we had, and that is going to stick on there like that. Now in my live stream, I accidentally glued the back of this rather than gluing this. So just make sure that you glue this section here, or tape it, rather than the back of your square, because otherwise you're going to run the risk of gluing the entire piece, which is what I did, when you don't need to. So you only need to glue that little triangle. And then we're going to take our base card, and that is going to stick on there like that. Okay, so that's your base card assembled. So now we need to go and add the mats. Now on my original cards, as you can see on here, the place where I decided you could write was inside here on this bit. But I decided that that's quite a small area to write on. Some people like to write lots of things. See, for me, that would be fine. To you, whoever it is, love for me. That's it. You know, it's not, I don't write that much. But some people want to write more than that. So, or, you know, like if you had people, like a whole workplace who needs to sign it, or a few people in the office who need to sign it, for example. So what I thought I'd do is show you an alternative. So if you want to do it like this, how I did it originally, then you will need a mat card that is 4 3/4 by 6 3/4, and then the pattern is 4 1/4 by 4.5, so 4 1/4 high by 4.5 wide, and then this white piece is 2 inches by 4.5. Okay, so if you want to do it that way, then that's what you're going to need for that bottom section. However, if you want to do it the way I'm doing it today, then you will need a matte piece that is 4 3/4 by 9. And so what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to score it along the long edge halfway at 4 1/2. And then you're just going to need to fold that in half and burnish. And so that is then going to go on this base piece here, and you're just going to line it up along the bottom so it sits like that. And then what will happen is that can then lift up and you can write in there, so you've got more space. You also then need to cut another piece for here, and that one needs to be 2 1/4 by 4 3/4, and that will just fit in the back there, and it just means you have got a bit of a gap between the two, so you've got a nice little border. Okay, so before I stick anything down, I'm just going to go ahead and stamp a greeting on the inside of here. Okay, so before we stick them down, I'm going to go ahead and put the pattern pieces on these two matte layers as well. So for the front of this one here, you need to go for a pattern piece that is 2 inches high by 4 1/2 wide, so that's going to go on there. And for the front of this card, you need a pattern piece that's 4 1/2 wide by 4 1/4 high. Okay, so that's going to go on there. These papers are from the Coffee O'Clock digital kit on Antonio Makes. All the stuff I'm using today is Antonio Makes. It's all his new kit. So yeah, go and have a look at his website. He's got some really good things on there. Right, I'm going to go ahead and stick this down. Okay, so I've gone ahead and stuck my papers down. So now we can go ahead and stick them onto here. So as I said, this one's just going to be stuck at the bottom there, and then this one's going to go at the top. So I'm going to go ahead and stick these down. Okay, so once you've done that, you need to go ahead and decorate these two pieces here. So you need a matte piece that is 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. And to go on top of that, you need a pattern piece that's 3 by 3. So that's going to go on top like that. And then the whole thing's going to go on there like that. So we'll go ahead and do that now. Okay, so I've stuck that down. So now I'm going to go ahead and just stick that onto the front. Okay, so next you need 2 pieces for here. So you're going to need one square, matte square, that's 2 inches by 2 inches, and we're going to cut it in half diagonally. And then you need one pattern square that is 1 1/2 by 1 1/2, and again cut in half diagonally, and then we're going to stick them down. So a little tip for this is if you've got a square, especially if you're using tape, I would advise to stick your tape on the back of your square first, and then cut it in half diagonally, because it's a lot easier to tape a square than it is to tape a triangle. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to put tape on the back and then cut it in half diagonally. So once I've finished sticking these pieces down, I'm going to go ahead and stick them onto the lapel collar pieces there. Okay, so I went ahead and stuck down those layers. So now we just need to do the toppers and stuff. Now, one thing that's different from this card to the other two that I made, so with these two here, I needed to put like a little stopper in so that you could prop up the easel part. So that's obviously that one. So this little celebrate is my little stopper. But on this one, I don't know that I'm going to need one, because where I've got this card here that actually obviously opens up, there's a little bit of a bump there, and actually that does sit quite nicely there. I might put something there just to make sure it doesn't pop, because it's not that deep, but I don't think it's going to need that much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my happy birthday to you on there. And I want to put it centrally, really. I don't really want to put it high. I want to put it there. So I think I'm going to put it central. And then I might just put like a gem or something there. I don't know. We'll just see how to do it. And then on the actual diamond bit, I've cut out the cupcake bottom and the cupcake top from Antonio Makes' Coffee O'Clock kit. And I'm going to go ahead and add those onto there. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Okay, so I went ahead and added some pearls onto my cupcake topper. You can see those. So those are from Lucy Abrams' shop. And I didn't add a stopper in the end. It seems to stand there quite nicely. So just see how yours is. You might need to add something there, you might not. I think it really depends on the thickness of your card. So the card that I used for this piece here was about a 230 GSM approximately. So yeah, but anyway, so that's the card, and obviously it folds flat and will go in an envelope for a 5x7 card. So yeah, so go and check out Antonio Makes his digital kits. He's got loads over there, and he's got some in sale as well. If you use my code Louise10, you'll get 10% off your order. He also has VIP memberships, as I've mentioned before, so go and have a look at that as well, because they're a really good deal. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe, leave a message down below, hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. And also, if you want to become a member, as I've mentioned before, again, please do. There are some perks coming up this year. I'm in the process of trying to sort out new membership tiers. So yeah, so that's all going to be good. So yeah, so hopefully we'll see you soon. Bye.